we've all been shocked by how powerful they are and how much of a daunting task it is to create an alternate economy, because we very clearly do have to create some sort of a parallel economy, and some of those efforts have been crushed. But are we getting smarter and better? Are we building one now, or are we still so far behind that we're just a million miles away from freedom?
Well, listen, I think we're far behind, but people are now onto it, right? For so long, conservatives, you do a great job of this on social and Twitter and everywhere, where you're talking about like, hey, we got to be engaged in this battle. I think I try to fight that same fight, which is like, we can no longer do well, I'm going to turn the other cheek and I hope they're going to do the right thing. And I think, no, but for a long time, it was, I was going to do a book like 2 years ago, right after my last one, I was going to do a book on cancel culture, but I was like, man, there's no happy ending here because we're getting our asses kicked. And yet now you look at what's going on. Look at Netflix stock price, because, there wasn't the, trans Asian at the signing of the Declaration of Independence in the Netflix recreation. Like, people have said enough. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, just like creating a story that doesn't exist to satisfy woke components of society. Disney stock is half price because they're jamming their stuff. No one cares about, if someone's LGBT now. It doesn't even. I don't even know anyone that bothers. What we don't want is the narrative just jammed down our throat constantly, where you got to force feed it to young children, and they can't get a pack of cigarettes for another 15 years. But we're going to allow them to chop off their genitals to conform to their woke teachers' desires. Like, people have had enough. So I think with a Rumble, someone's taking on it. I think with Truth Social. I think honestly, Elon Musk so far at Twitter. Let's see how that plays off. But I like it. I see a different level of engagement there. People are looking for that, and I think then on the business side, the same thing's happening. People are taking the time rather than just going to Google and finding what the Bolsheviks would want you to find when you're searching for something. They're saying woke corporate and the policies and the things that they're funding, they're waking up to that. There's guys like, Michael Seifert at Public Square, who's putting out, an app where people can find businesses that have conservative values and they believe in the stuff that you believe. And guess what? You're going to search on Google or you search on their app. It takes the same amount of time, but like, you can put your money and vote with your wallet and, put someone who believes in the stuff that you do, put their kid through hockey practice or whatever it may be. Like, I think people now are so fed up. They're so sick of it. The left has gone so far with the insanity that people are going to go out of their way and they're going to find these other things. So I'm a huge believer in that movement. I think it'll be a big part of what I talk about on the show and Rumble as these things emerge. And there's going to be plenty emerge that don't work. Right. But when you find someone who's doing something really cool that has sort of the brain power and the capital to get it going, like, I think we're going to give these guys a run for their money, and it's a daunting task, man. Like, we are up against a lot. These people, as you know, and I think you've probably said it the same way as I have, they would put us into gulags. But the fact that they would, and the fact that they're not even pretending that they won't anymore, people are like, yeah, maybe I won't give my hard-earned dollars to Starbucks, or maybe I'll just go find the coffee shop that believes what I believe in and vote accordingly. And I used to be, as a business guy, I mean, we were in hotels and real estate, like, I wanted to appease 360 million Americans and another 6 billion people around the world. Guess what? We'll do just fine, catering to 160 million Americans that actually believe this stuff. And I promise you, there's independents that are watching and saying, you know what, it's gone too far. Other people are going to glom onto this. It's about helping that small business, not corporate America. It's about understanding where your money then goes in the economy. And honestly, I don't know that there's anything more important.